Patterns in my paintings come from clothes. Usually my clothes are my friends and I photograph them. This is a bathing suit that I wore to Hawaii for my sister's wedding. And this is a dress that I wore to my husband's cousin's wedding. So these are all just kind of examples of patterns from my clothes or my friends' clothes. Each of the paintings is kind of a memento of an event. I associate what I wear with what I do, and so it ends up being this reminder of that person or the event that was taking place. Then I need to come up with a template for the painting. So here's an example of the one that I'm working on right now. This is a 6-panel piece that will be stacked vertically, and the under pattern is a dress of mine. So this is the actual bathing suit that I wore. I photographed the pattern from it, which I then print out. From there I get the template for the pattern, and then these are the finished version of that pattern. Stenciling process, and over that I put the template in the pattern and then cut through the contact paper. And then this is a 3-color pattern, so I number each of the colors 1, 2, 3, so I know later which one it is. So I've finished cutting the pattern, I've pulled off the template, and now I'm ready to pull out one of the colors that I'll be painting. I usually start from darkest to lightest, so number 3 is the darkest color. So I'm going to pull out the stencil in those areas for number 3. Okay, these are most of the dry pigments that I mix in with the paint. They are interference or mica or glass pigments that will give the colors a kind of a sparkle, a little bit of iridescence to them. These will be the underpainting colors. The very top one will be the glazing layer on the top. So the one that we were working on today, these two were the underpainting colors, and then this is the colors that I'm using on top. So this is a box full of little notebooks that my father kept. I think it has to do with why I am really interested in the idea of memories and keeping memories. My dad has Alzheimer's. Starting in about 98, 99 was when he started losing his memory. And so he would go and every day he would write down everything he did that day because he couldn't remember it. And he would keep this to study and to remember everything he had done. And he did that from 98 till about 2010. Kept track of everything he did. At that point, that was when his memory got so bad that he couldn't really take care of himself anymore. And I started stepping in to take care of him. But these little notebooks kind of gave me the impetus to think about memory and how you keep things in your memory. Okay, this is where I keep track of every layer on the painting. So the under layers are here and here, and now I'm going to start glazing, so I want to keep track of this layer, so I'm going to put a little sample on here. Picture of my mom and my aunt on vacation in Mexico. I've picked up this habit of collecting my clothes and associating what I do with what I wear. And after my mom passed away, I realized that it was a habit that I picked up from her. And this dress in this photo, I remember hanging her in her closet. And in fact, I wore that dress. So she saved all of her outfits that she wore. This is this trip to Mexico. There's my aunt and my mom. This jacket and that dress were hanging in her closet for years. These are from a trip that my mother took to Hawaii in 1959. There's my mother right there. The shelf paintings were in reference to snapshots on the mantle or snapshots on a shelf, kind of like what my mom did in our house here. We have all kinds of family photos. My dad when he was 18. He was a drummer, played the drums. He was in the Air Force. This is my mom and dad on their engagement party, and this is another one of the dresses that she saved. And of course, she still has her wedding dress too. And this one here, this is my great-grandmother.